Hello everyone, good morning. This vlog talks about trade and services. I will ask 5 persons to answer my questions that explore the factor driving the growth of cross-border in services, the difference between trade and services and physical goods, the importance of manufacturing versus services, and the barriers that hinder services trade. Through the discussion, we aim to provide a deeper understanding of why trade and services is becoming a vital component of the global economy and the challenges that need to be addressed to unlock its full potential. So good morning. So before I start my question, kindly tell us your name.
So I'm Cynthia Aridama.
Okay, Ms. Cynthia, my question to you is, what factors have been driving the growth in cross-border trade and services in the recent years?
So the several factors have been driving the growth of international trade and services. The most significant among these are digitalization and the development of low-cost telecommunication networks. In the past, many services could only be provided in person or in a specific location like health, check-ups, legal advice, or teaching. However, with advances in technology, many services can now be delivered remotely over long distances. For example, medical diagnosis can be made by doctors in India for patients in the US, or a company in the US can have a tax returns prepared in the Philippines. The ability to provide services remotely has opened up new opportunities for cross-border trade in areas such as telecommunication, financial services, education, and healthcare.
So what is your name, my dear?
So I'm Aerogen A. Tante, and so
Okay, Ms. Tante, my question to you is, are the gains of trade and services different to gains from trades and physical goods?
yes, the gains from trade and services can be similar to, but somewhat different from the gains from trade in physical goods. Goods trade typically involves the transfer of tangible items across borders. So where differences in labor costs, natural resources, and technology create advantages for different countries. So in contrast, the gains from trade and services are often driven by specialization and technology. So countries can access services they may not be able to produce domestically, or can benefit from services being delivered at lower cost due to digitalization or cheaper labor.
Thank you, Ms. Tante. Hello there, what is your name?
I am Mobile.
Okay, Ms. Labujoy Pacheco. This is my third question. The politician often moan by decline in manufacturing output as a percentage of the economy and pledge to increase both domestic manufacturing and manufacturing exports. Is there any rationale for arguing in trade manufactured goods is more important than trade and services?
So, Mr. Balthasar, while it is true that manufactured goods have traditionally been seen as a vital aspect of international trade, there is a strong case to be made for increasing importance of trade and services. Many politicians focus on decreasing domestic manufacturing. It is because it is often associated with job creation, technological advancement, and the physical wealth of trade and production. However, this view can overlook the rapid growth and increasing significance of services in the modern economy. Services now make up a larger portion of GDP in many countries, especially in developed economies where sectors like finance, technology, education, and healthcare are growing rapidly. Trade and services can also have significant economic benefits as it allows nations to access specialized skills, knowledge, and technologies that may not be available domestically.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Judith Rodolph Jasico Jr.
Okay, Mr. Judex. My fourth question is, what are the barriers to cross-border trade and services? So what do you think more progress is being made in reducing the barriers to trade in physical goods as opposed to trade and services?
So, barriers to cross-border trade and services include regulatory differences, licensing requirements, investment restrictions, tax policies, and data localization rules. So, unlike goods, services often require compliance with local laws and standards, which vary widely across countries. So, additionally, political and economic concerns such as data privacy and intellectual property complicate service trade liberalization. So, more progress has been made in reducing barriers to trade in physical goods due to the decades of international agreements. So, such as reduced tariffs and standardized customs procedures. So, services being less tangible and often involving complex regulations face greater challenges in achieving similar progress.
So that's for the final question that I am going to answer it personally. Here it is. So it is the interest of firms to argue for lower barriers to cross-border trade and services. It is the interest of nations to push lower barriers. So lowering barriers to cross-border trade and services benefit both firms and nations by enhancing economic growth, competitiveness, and innovation. For firms, reduced barriers may expand access to global markets, enabling them to offer their services to the broader audience and generate more revenue. It also fosters innovation as firms compete on a global scale, leading in the development of cutting-edge solutions and technologies. For nations, pushing for lower barriers and service trade boosts to economy and increasing exports, creating jobs, and attaching foreign investments. It has also helped diversity to the economy and reduce reliance on traditional good trade, particularly in an era where service constitute a growing share of GDP. However, achieving this benefit requires addressing regulatory challenges and fair competition, while rules promote fair competition while protecting national interests. Thus, reducing barriers is a mutually beneficial strategy, provided it is accompanied by measuring to address legitimate concerns like data privacy, taxation, and market access fairness. And that's it. Thank you. Hope you learned something. See you to my next vlog. Gracias.